Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I will be reviewing The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters. So this was sent to me by Abrams, so thank you so much Abrams for sending me this. So I had originally gotten the NetGalley arc from them via NetGalley, of course, the NetGalley arc from NetGalley. Where else would I get the NetGalley arc except from NetGalley? No duh. So anyway, they decided to send me the physical copy, so I'm really glad that I have this, and this was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it, and this is about Edgar Allan Poe as he is 17 years old and deciding to kind of do his art and whatnot, and his muse comes to him personified as a physical, like, girl who has skin covered in ash and hair that's like all feathery and stuff, and the people in the town are like, oh my goodness, this is grotesque, blah blah blah, and Edgar Allan Poe just does not want to have people see her or know that, you know, or associate her with him, because he doesn't want anybody to know that he is writing all this dark stuff. Like, people think that he just writes, like, you know, witty satire, like blah-de-blah epic poetry, like romantic stuff. But really in his heart, like, most of what he's writing really is like horror-esque, and so he doesn't want people to see his gothic muse. And meanwhile, he's dealing with this whole debacle of his foster father sending him off to university with too little money to actually pay for tuition and room and board and firewood and food and a uniform and all that other stuff. And so he's totally super duper in debt and like destitute while he's there, and it's almost survivalistic. And then at the same time, he is trying to decide what he's doing about his writing, because the whole time he just has his foster father's voice in his head, like, you need to just forget about your stupid writing and you need to pay your bills instead, blah blah blah, like, no one's gonna think your writing's very good if you're not even paying your bills, blah blah blah. And but yet he just wants to write his creepy poems. So this is an incredible book. I loved it. I was so invested. I could barely put this down. It is so good. It's told in dual perspectives. The muse, who he names Lenore, and Edgar Allan Poe himself, and the two points of views are very different from each other, despite being first person, both told in first person, so you never forget whose chapter you're on for even a second, which is great. So it's probably one of the best examples of, like, first person switching points of view between two people that I think I've ever seen, actually, because I'm not a fan of first person in general. Like, I never really discount a book for that reason. Like, that's never a reason for just not reading a book, but just in general, I don't like first person as much. And when it's first person and it switches between two points of view, I'm never really very happy with it, but I barely even noticed in this. Like, this was done so well. So Kat Winters is an author who I've loved so far. I've read 2 of her books, and those also got 5 stars from me. She writes, like, things that are so completely different from each other, but they're all so good you can barely put them down, because I guess the pacing is just really good, and what goes on in them just really keeps you wondering what is going to happen. So definitely, please do yourself a favor and give this a read. So let me know if you've read this book, if you've read any of Edgar Allan Poe's works, etc., and what your favorite one is, and if you've read any Kat Winters before, and what books of hers you've read, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!